Hi, Tom here. In this week's Circle Line Art School Drawing Challenge, I'll show you one way to draw a room based loosely on the study from the Studio Ghibli film My Neighbor Totoro. For this drawing, we can start by using one-point perspective as we are looking straight ahead. The first step is to draw a horizontal line across your page in the middle, and then draw a single vanishing point just to the left of the center. Next, we can draw an open doorway that will lead on to eventually a view of a landscape outside the room. If you would like to join Circle Line Art School, you can now click the link below to find out more about my online drawing course, How to Draw from Scratch. Now, from the side of the doorway, we can draw some guidelines to our vanishing point. For the receding lines of the door, as they're going away from us in one-point perspective, we just need the one vanishing point that we're using. You could add some details to the wall as you go along. Next, draw a vertical line to show where the door stops. For my drawing, the door on the left is at a sharper angle than the door on the right. Now we can use the vanishing point for the receding parallel lines of the door. The horizontal lines will look like they go towards our single vanishing point. And we can also draw the structure of each door using this vanishing point by dividing the doors into a series of panels in perspective. I would draw one door at a time because once you have one door drawn, then you can sort of read across the height of the details of the door, reading them across horizontally to the other door. It would be good to add a thickness to the door panels too. Remember that in perspective, the horizontal line represents the height of the eye of the viewer, and everything below the horizon line we're looking down at, and everything above the horizon line we're looking up at. Now we can draw a line between the doors to show where the garden starts. And then another horizontal line between the doors, higher up, to show where the open roof structure that we'll draw in a moment can stop. To draw this open wooden structure, use the single vanishing point to find the angles of the roof beams in one-point perspective. Once the doors and the outside structure are in place, we can draw a chair in the foreground in perspective. Now, to keep this simple, we can draw the chair in profile first, just a side of a chair, and then by using our vanishing point to work out the depth of the chair, how far back it recedes, and then we can draw guidelines from the corners and edges of the chair towards the vanishing point, and that will give us the depth of the chair. Once you have a chair that you're happy with, then we could add a person sitting on the chair. Just a really loose sketch. Try not to make the head look too big. Often heads can get too big. Then I think it's a good idea to erase bits of lines, not erase whole lines, but erase bits of lines that are too strong so that we can redraw some of the details. And I don't think we need total details in this drawing. I would like to just suggest details. Oftentimes when you're looking at a person, let's say looking at a person at a desk, you'll notice some things about them, but you won't notice everything about them all the time. If you have a photograph of them, it's a photograph still, so you have lots of time to look and notice everything if you care to. But I think in real life, when you're looking at anything, we tend to just notice a few things one by one. And so in drawing, sometimes we can just draw a few things one by one and not think that we have to draw all of the details. We could draw a desk and then some clutter on the desk. Again, if we draw all of the clutter in great detail, it will take too long and probably be quite difficult. But if we just give an indication of a busy desk with maybe a light and some books in piles, we don't need to draw them in great accuracy, because by drawing many things, they'll all sort of work together to give the impression of lots of things happening, rather than fixing the details too much. So the aim, I guess, is to make the drawing look lively and busy and creative and a bit messy with lots of books around, so it looks like a study. You could add a line of big trees far away, but in front of the horizon line that we drew first of all, and then we could add some tonal values right across the drawing and some shadows from the roof structure onto the ground below. For this drawing, I'm using a 4B pencil, and I'll smudge the tones, the tonal values, the shading, with an eraser to get the sort of subtlety of tones and shading that I want. Please visit circleartschool.com to join me in my new online drawing course, How to Draw from Scratch. Within the course, you can ask me questions and share your drawings. Thank you for watching the Circle Line Art School Drawing Challenge. Please visit circlelineartschool.com to join me in my online drawing course, How to Draw from Scratch. Within the course, you can ask me questions and share your drawings.